Hey guys, so it's now February and I wanted to wait until I had all my seeds that I ordered so that I could show you everything that I have. I ordered from 5 different companies and there's some that I just picked up from Walmart as well. So let's get into it. Honestly, I haven't really wanted to do much garden wise. It snowed this last weekend here in North Carolina and that's not fun. So yesterday was just really rainy and basically what I'm waiting now is for all that snow to just go away and I could get into my garden beds. So until then, I can do some growing in my greenhouse. So that's what we're going to do. So let's just get into it. So let's start here from Haas. I'm trying to think how I bought these from. I don't think that I have. Okay, so comes with a little sticker, says grow Haas. In a nice bag. I noticed that some had little protectors. So I got a bunch of tomatoes from Haas. They have really great hybrid varieties. So those of you growing in areas with a lot of rain, hybrid varieties are good for that. So here's the first one. It's called Better Boy Plus Hybrid Tomato. And then I've got Celebrity Plus Hybrid. I'm sorry, can you see that? Cherokee Carbon Hybrid. Now, Cherokee Purples were a favorite of ours, but they didn't grow well here. I tried to grow my first year here and I got like 4. So I'm hoping this hybrid variety does better for us and has that same delicious Cherokee flavor that we like. We've got Sun Sugar Hybrid Tomato. And then these, the ones in here are pelleted. So this is Red Snapper Hybrid Tomato. And the last one is Sweethearts Tomato. I believe this is like a grape tomato. So I like to grow a lot of things that I buy at the grocery store. Grape tomatoes, for example, or something that I buy a lot of. We like slicing tomatoes as well. So that's Haas. This away, we'll move on to the next one. Okay, and this is Baker Creek. If you look online, it'll be rareseeds.com. I ordered, this was a big order. They always give me free stuff, which I like. Let's see. I'll show you the free stuff after. This is a historic Florida mix pansy. I love growing pansies. I always grow my own. I don't like buying them from the store. I've become very good at growing them. I'll show you guys how I do that, okay? This is a double Sun King sunflower. Just looked really pretty. Zinnia Oklahoma Pink. I love zinnias. These are one of the few flowers that I can just throw in the garden and they grow. That and marigolds. I could just throw them in and they grow. I can't do that with anything else. I've tried and nothing grows. So this is definitely one that I don't have to waste space in my greenhouse growing. I know I could just throw the seed in the ground and it will grow. And I wanted these Oklahoma Pink ones last year and I didn't get them and I regretted it. So here we are. And then this is Rebecca, Sahara Rebecca is also known as Black Eyed Susan. They grew really well for me last year, just the regular Black Eyed Susan, so I wanted something a little different, so I got this one. I also grow my own petunias. This one's Karkulka, I'm sorry if I butchered that. Just look really pretty. A balcony mixed petunia. More zinnias. This is peppermint stick. You can see all the colors mixed in. Dianthus. I had some of these when I lived in California. Some I just bought at a store, like Lowe's or Home Depot, and they did really well for me. So I wanted to grow my own. I remember these being extremely hardy, could take a lot of heat. So I'm going to see how these do. I've never tried to grow them. You get from seed, so we'll see how that goes. I think that's it for flowers. Okay, so I was really looking for this year was peppers, sweet peppers in particular, like the kind you get from the grocery store, the little sweet peppers that you could just bite into, and they don't have a lot of seeds. So I got a bunch of pepper varieties. I told myself I wasn't going to grow that many hot peppers this year, but well, that didn't work out. So this one is a lemon drop pepper. I do believe this is a hot pepper. Yep, fruity hot flavor. Let me see if I can pronounce it. Arzvarski pepper. Just a big roasting pepper. And these I've been wanting to grow for years, and my husband convinced me to get them. Sugar Rush peach peppers. So I'm thinking, it says here they have a tropical smoky flavor. Maybe I'll do like a mango salsa or something like that with it. That might be good, right? See how hot those are. I love growing bell peppers. I grow tons of them. I grew lots last year, so I got these yellow monster peppers. I've heard good things about these. And these are a sweet pepper, Cubanelle. I wanted to replenish my jalapenos. These are Craig's Grande jalapeno. And then, let me see, I see some herbs here. So this is elephant dill. I love dill. I grow it so that I can make my own pickles or when I do Mediterranean food. Parsley, this one says Giant of Italy. My parsley that I have out there survived snow. I had a humongous parsley last year in my garden, but that one also survived snow. Slow boat cilantro, as I ran out. So this is another one actually that I should get out into the garden as soon as possible. Cilantro does not like the heat at all. Once it reaches like 70 degrees, it will bolt. So that's something that you want to start in the winter or even late fall. I'm not sure why I got tomatoes, but here we go. Cherry Flaviola tomato. Looks like a cherry tomato. Oh yeah, cherry Flaviola. Orange hat tomato. This is actually a micro tomato. Extra dwarf bush plants, grow 6 to 9 inches tall. I've heard they're really good though, so we'll give that a try. Not that I need more cucumbers, but apparently I got some Parisian pickling cucumbers. And this one I did, Bait Alpha cucumber. I used the last of mine last year. This one can reproduce on its own, so it's a good one to have. Okay, and then my 3 free packets of seeds. If you spend a certain amount, then they give you some free seeds. So I got 3 free packets. I got, let's start with this one, Landis winter lettuce. I do have more of this that I got from them last year for free as well. So I'll get this out in the garden. And then They Know Me, Purple Prince zinnias. Absolutely yes. I'll be getting that out. And this one, Amaranth Pink Beauty. I've never grown amaranth before, so it says here it's very heat tolerant. So yeah, we'll see how this does then. It's a surface sow. So yeah, as soon as my last frost is over, I think I'll just direct sow this one. So that's it for Baker Creek. do, and my Gardner. That's another large order. All right. I like growing bush beans versus pole beans. I do have one pole bean variety that did well for me last year, but I prefer bush beans. So here's some jade bush beans. Now a lot of these things you see, a lot of them were just replacing old seed, or I had run out of seed. So that's what this is, I had ran out of the jade bush beans, so I got more. And this one, honey nut squash. I grew butternut squash here last year and it did excellent. None of the squash vine borers got to it, so I heard people saying that honey nut is really good, so I'll give this one a try along with my butternut. I actually have like 2 butternut squashes still in my garage, so they're great for storing. Rainbow Swiss chard. I do grow their, it's regular red Swiss chard like this one right here. I wanted to try the rainbow colors, so this is a good one also to get going for, you know, cool season crops. And this right here, Roman chamomile. I was growing German chamomile. It did well for me in California, but not so great here. So I wanted to try Roman chamomile. I heard that did better here in North Carolina. But what's funny is I noticed in one of my pots outside that there's chamomile growing. So I think it just likes the cold. Maybe I'm growing it the wrong season, huh? So I will try this Roman chamomile though. Apparently I got more tomatoes. Yellow pear tomato. Looks like a yellow cherry tomato. Assorted mixed beets. I do like beets a lot. Golden Detroit beet. Rainbow carrots. Johnny Jump Up violas. I had run out of these. Actually, last year, the ones that I had from the previous year reproduced and just self-germinated on their own, so I didn't get any. So I did not see that happening this year, so I got some more. This is Isabella zinnia. Nice yellowish color. Candy striped zinnia. Lilac emperor zinnia. And I got some French thyme. I don't know how it will grow versus English thyme. The English thyme it had survived last year, and a few months ago I did notice that it was dead, so I wanted to try French thyme, but I might also go get some more English thyme. We'll see. Maybe we'll compare them, see how well they grow. This is honey rock cantaloupe. I have not had cantaloupe since moving here to grow. I think I had run out of seed, and I know melons the previous year had done really well for me, so we'll see how this does. California Wonder Pepper. I think I thought I needed more, maybe didn't. I don't know. Well, here it is, so I'll grow it. Here I go with more peppers. Hungarian hot yellow wax pepper. I remember my aunt used to grow wax peppers and she would pickle them. They were really good, so I think I'll try that. Large red cherry pepper. This is like those Italian peppers that you see at the grocery store that are jarred up. So I'd like to try doing that with these. Keystone resistant giant bell pepper. Jimmy Nardello pepper. So these are good grilling peppers. Giant Marconi peppers. Why do I feel like I already got these? We'll see. This is just another jalapeno variety. I just thought it sounded cool. Pumpkin spice jalapenos. You can see all the cool colors. French breakfast radish, which I like very much. another favorite radish, cherry bell radish, and lacinato dinosaur kale. I did have a red kale out there that had survived, and then it was in my strawberry bed. I covered it with frost cloth, and I didn't like the frost cloth, so I don't know if it's completely dead, so we'll see. But I have this other kale variety now. So that was it for my gardener. Let's see. Here's the newer ones I got. So this one's Territorial Seed Company. I only got a few. There's really one that I wanted from here. I got 3. And then they sent me one for free, which I was surprised. I got Bolero carrots. Sorry, I'm not holding these well. And this I've been looking for. This is organic basil Prospera. So what I've heard of this Prospera variety is that it's extremely resilient. It does not bolt as fast as a regular basil does. So I'll give that one a try. And this is what I went to Territorial for. Right here, Bobcat F1 slicing cucumber. So this is an early variety tomato. So this I will be starting very soon. And they very kindly, actually, this is not a seed, but it is a 10% off, which, you know what, I noticed that a lot of the companies don't do anymore. I remember in years past, even last year, every company had at least 10% off. So this is a 10% off. I think this is the last one that I ordered. This is, sorry, Botanical Interest. And I did get a few free things. Okay, they got a seed starting guide. 10% off, yes. And I got this really cute free calendar. Okay, so, and free Mexican lettuce. So I'll be growing that. I sold these and wanted to give it a try. It says it's big brandy tomato, and it's supposed to be a hybrid variety, so we'll give that one a try. Looks like I got a little finger carrot. Ancho poblano pepper. Oh, poblano. They're not anchos until they're dry. I actually got another variety of jalapeno. This is called the Megatron. I've heard these are gigantic, excellent for, I mean, these would be great for like a jalapeno popper. And just because I didn't have any of this variety, Sugar Baby Watermelon. This must have sounded great because I got Everleaf Emerald Towers Basil. I believe this is just a very tall basil. And this is just me replacing old seed. This is holy basil, also known as tulsi. I grow it every year. Just because it worked for me one year and then never worked again. Lemon balm. I actually bought a plant last year. It's so hard to get going. The first year, I'm not even sure how I did it. Somehow I got it going. We'll see how it does this year. And because I wanted to try something a little different, I got some lemon basil. And I grow calendula every year. I just wanted something, a different color. So I wanted these pink ones. It's called zeolites. And you can look up calendula. It has a lot of medicinal properties. It's good for your skin. Borage, just replenishing old seed. I always grow this in my garden. I usually have it with my tomatoes and strawberries. And this is a new one to me. Feverfew. I know it's supposed to be good for migraines. So here's a flower, some anise hyssop. More zinnias, Lilliput zinnias. Some Senora zinnias. And I somehow ordered 2 blue tea butterfly peas. So I thought these would be the same as sweet peas, but they're not. It's saying here that they like very warm climates. So sweet peas is another thing I'll get started soon, and then I'll save these for when it heats up. Okay, so that's it for the topic of interest. And then the best thing was all the ones that I got from Walmart. I can't help myself. Got a couple more radish varieties. A watermelon radish, just because it looked cool. I got this sparkler radish. These right here. Snowbird peas. We love our peas. Not the shelling kind. I like this kind, snow peas. Then I saw lime basil, so I got that. And then I've never grown my own, so I got a couple different microgreens, so a little something to add to my salad. And the rest are flowers. I love flowers. Got some salvia. And this I've never grown. It's Tithonia Mexican sunflower. And I got a couple nasturtiums. I don't know, nasturtiums have never done well for me, so we'll see how these do. Looks like I got some lupine. Yet more zinnias. I didn't have any like this. I don't know if you could see those petals. And giant double flowered zinnias, and I got a huge pack of that. You can see the pack size difference. So I like to have different size zinnias as well. That's why I got these giant ones. I believe that is it. So that is my massive haul. And I also had the other things I had purchased here. So every year I get these labels. I just get them from Amazon. But I always make the mistake of only getting 100. So this year, I believe this is a 200 pack. I do believe it's 200. Plus I had almost an entire pack still from last year. And by the way, I never use that pen. I did use it once. I did it last year, and that was a big mistake of me. It rubs off right away. So I like, it's called Artline Garden Marker. This thing will not come off for anything. If you want, I could link it, but this is the marker to get for your garden to do your labels. I throw this in the trash. And then I got, oh, this heavy. I wanted some more things too for planting. It comes with the trays as well. And somewhere in there, there's domes too, so it's covered. It's like the Jiffy kind, but I wanted to get something a little bit better. I have to say these aren't tremendously better. So I don't know. We'll see how this goes. I probably should have spent money on something better. That's what I got. Okay, so basically I'm waiting for, so by the end of this week, I need to get some winter crops started in my greenhouse to get out by next month. And then, so like I said, when it dries up, I'm hoping by this weekend, Monday maybe at the latest, I can direct sow my cold weather crops. That would be peas, arugula, lettuce, bush beans, broccoli, raw beets, radish, and tatsoi. Then next week, I would like to direct sow some spinach in my strawberry bed. And then as far as greenhouse, this is for next week, I want to get my hot peppers started. Those take a really long time to germinate. I also want to get my early variety tomatoes and eggplant, which also takes a long time to germinate. I found eggplant gets absolutely enormous, so only do 1 or 2, okay? Unless you really like eggplant. So then the following week, I want to start the rest of my peppers, and the last week of February, I would like to start the rest of my tomatoes. So that's the plan for this month. So next month, I'll get everything else started. So that's what's going on here. So let me know what you'll be growing. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining me.